Today we're going to talk about what reinforcement is. What is reinforcement? The term reinforce means to strengthen and is used in psychology to refer to anything stimulus which strengthens or increases the probability of a specific response. For example, when you ask your dog to sit on command, you may give him a treat every time he sits for you. The dog will eventually come to understand that sitting when told to will result in a treat. The treat is reinforcing because he likes it and will result in him sitting when instructed to do so. Next, we'll talk about the 4 types of reinforcements. There are 4 types, which are positive, negative, punishment, and extinction. Positive reinforcement. One example would be the dog. Adding a treat will increase the response of sitting, much like how adding praise will increase the chances of your child cleaning his or her room. Negative reinforcement. Negative reinforcement is taking something negative away in order to increase the response. So for example, a teenager who is constantly told by his mother to take out the garbage for a week, but he doesn't do it, and after a week he finally does it, and the nagging stops. The elimination of negative stimulus is reinforcing. Punishment. Punishment refers to adding something aversive in order to decrease a behavior. The most common example is discipline, spanking a child for misbehaving. The reason we do this is because the child associates being punished with the negative behavior, so the punishment is not liked and therefore the behavior will stop. Lastly is extinction. Extinction is removing something in order to decrease a behavior. You are taking something away so that a response is decreased. Applying one of the 4 types of reinforcement every time the behavior occurs is called a continuous schedule. It's continuous because the application occurs after every project or behavior. This is the best approach when using punishment. Inconsistencies in the punishment of children often result in confusion. There are 2 types of continuous schedules, fixed ratio and a fixed interval. A fixed ratio schedule refers to applying the reinforcement after a specific number of behaviors, and a fixed interval is applying the reinforcer after a specific amount of time is referred to as a fixed interval schedule. When reinforcement is applied on an irregular basis, they are called variable schedules. There are 2 types, which are variable ratio and interval. Ratio is applying a reinforcer after a variable number of responses, and interval is reinforcing someone after a variable amount of time is the final schedule. And that concludes today's video on reinforcement. Thank you for watching.
Created using Powtoon.